Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising. Let's see what comes out for you. Look at the video with your suggested sound. It's interesting. Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, here goes. Five of Swords, one more. Eight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands. I think you are trying to figure out, Cancer, if an opportunity is actually best for you. Like, you're trying to be logical about whether or not you can succeed, or if you're going to be constantly trying to succeed at something. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck is saying, with the Ace of Swords, you know that there's a possibility for you to be inspired elsewhere. Yeah, right? And that your suggested sound is all about, you know, una ruptura, like an actual breakup with something. So let's see, what is the thing? Seven of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. You may be like no longer trying to make something work, just like what I said. No longer helping. That's an interesting one right there, because I feel like you were the only one helping the situation. You were the only one putting in the effort. 129 as I'm getting that out. The communication is about, ooh, let's see, 3 cards matching the numerology. The communication is about you under specific and logical deliberation as to whether or not something is best for you. 2 of Cups, it could be about love. 3 of Pentacles, it could be about work. Page of Pentacles, I think it is about work. I think you're wondering if, number 1, you can be successful. Number 2, if you're going to get stuck in the, what's the word? Perpetual plight for success. And then if it's worth it, let me clarify that Page of Pentacles. Is it worth it? Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, the Hangman, okay. 3 of Swords, bottom of the deck, 5 of Wands. I mean, it could just give you the opportunity to like experience this contrast. I was talking to Scorpio about that in the last set of readings. You may really need the opportunity to experience this in order to decide, you know, what is worth your time, to learn, so that if you get into a cycle like this again, remember I used the word perpetual, you can identify it quicker. Let's see if it's about love, or if it is love for you. 2 of Wands, Page of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. It's that same energy. Like, yes, you can decide to give this person a bit of your attention, a bit of your time, but are they going to breadcrumb you? Are they going to give you the absolute least possible? And if it's for work with the 3 of Pentacles, let's clarify there. 7 of Pentacles, that gives you 10. 4 of Swords, 5 of Cups, one more. Knight of Swords, 10 of Wands. I think, Cancer, you can just be like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Like, I think the is you assessing the lands, right? Looking above the clouds. Anything that's unclear, you're up here, like, really taking in everything that you see, all your observations. The yeah is like, okay, like, I could potentially win at this. And then I think you're like, no, like, I'm going to get stuck. And I don't want to be stuck. All right, clarifying this Knight of Swords as it pertains to work, that yeah, no, because it felt like it wasn't too long of you trying to analyze the situation. I think you get it. Knight of Wands. I think you get it. Let's split the deck. Page of Cups. I think you understand that it's just simply not enough. And if it is the Lover, what is this breadcrumbing energy? The Moon? It's because they're given the world. Ooh. They're given to somebody else. Could be given to a Pisces, could be given to another water sign, an Aquarius, or just somebody who's super smart. 6 of Swords. They could be traveling, like, to see this person. Traveling far across water. So they can't really give you too much because they got to spend money and time on travel. I was going to say time on travel, but yeah, maybe that's it. Like they have to spend their time in 2 different places. Okay. So let's see. Next up for the Cancer. What is next up for the Cancer? Well, I just got double 7. 77 can be important. One more. Middle of the deck. The Emperor. 5 of Pentacles again. I do feel like, and I keep adjusting my seat, and this card came out, right? And 2 other court cards. I feel like you're going to try to figure out how you can maintain your power in a situation. And that says a lot for a breakup. Like perhaps you don't want to communicate with the 7 of Swords how you're feeling with your partner, because you know that if they know, then it could put you in a bind of sorts. Like maybe they could just Ace of Swords. One more. Page of Cups. Maybe they'll just say something witty, and then you'll get caught in this cycle of being confused as to how to get unstuck. I don't love it. I don't love it. So but I think you know this about the person. Clarifying the Emperor, the 5 of Wands. Yeah, you don't want them to incept your mind, like incept your thoughts, so that you're not arguing with yourself. What is the outcome? This is an interesting reading, 655, but it's for somebody. Let me see, 11, 16. Yeah, it just feels like the path towards a separation. Let me look at that right there. 6 of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, the World. As I say separation, then all of the good cards start to come out, quote unquote, good cards, whatever that means. But it's like the other side of the contrast. The separation is going to allow for you two to actually be good to each other. And we see that often in this world. Queen of Pentacles is a great seat to adjust for yourself. So you're going to reestablish your value. And then honestly, the abundance is going to come rolling in. 739 as I'm getting that out. With clarifying this 10, I'm getting the 10 in numerology. The abundance just comes rolling in. That's the outcome. But it does require una ruptura. You need to separate. Yo te quiero partir, right? That's the suggested song. It was 8:04 on my timer. So let's see. The communication there. What is it that you don't really know? 4 of Cups, the Star, the Knight of Pentacles, and then well, this is the 9 of Pentacles, but I did say the Knight. How do I even explain this, Cancer? 27 as I'm about to get this out. Again, another, like, there's some sort of finite energy, right? And I think that what is in the background is that you're understanding that this person could be a part of a bigger dream that you have, but my God, I'm hearing my golly. I don't know why. I don't even speak like that. You're going to have to wait a long time, like a long time. So you're just realizing that you might as well be single. And I'm not playing, Cancer. The whole deck flipped. I shuffled and it went right back to the Knight of Pentacles on this side, Ace of Pentacles. For you to get anything of value from this person, I mean, it's going to take a long time. Like, they're not even trying to really accept what you have to offer. Like, accept your water energy. Clarifying the Star. Aquarius energy is out twice, by the way. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, like, if you want this person, Tower. Ooh. If you want this person to provide, you gotta crash that thought. Crash was so interesting. But that thought needs to come tumbling down, because Or if this situation, this job, you thought it would be provisional, you have to look at it differently because King of Wands. You're just not really the focus. That felt rough, but I feel like you already know this. Like, what is this Moon card? One more. The Eight of Cups, the Strength, the Six of Wands. At the end of the day, if you decide to no longer participate, right? And I want to say this in Spanish because the song was in Spanish, but I'm gonna chill. You have the strength to not talk yourself out of this. And I don't mean talk yourself out of the separation. I mean that needs to happen. And you can do this. Look at this bottom of the deck. You'll be happy too. An ending brings extreme happiness, and that's just that.